Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am going to be using the Oceanic palette from Beaute, and we're going to do some swatches, and I'll tell you a little about what I think about this palette. But this palette is an older palette. This was a release from 2019, but I just got it from a Boxy pop-up, and it was either $7 or $9 in the Boxy pop-up, so definitely worth the purchase for this. This is the eye look that I'm going to be doing today, but we are going to hop into some swatches first. I think I'm going to do the greens first, and then I'm going to do the blues first, so we can really see what is what in this palette. Okay, so I'm going to start out doing Fiji, turtle, seaweed, seagrass, and Mykonos. And then we'll do the olive tones, and then we'll do the blue tones. So we've got Fiji and algae and seagrass. I do have Fiji and algae on my eyes today, but you can see those are so pigmented. And then we've got turtle and Mykonos, which is the shimmer shade. That shade is so beautiful. Then for our olive tone shades, I'm going to start with seaweed and then jellyfish and anemone. So we've got seaweed. Wow, what a pigmented olivey color. So good. And then we've got jellyfish and anemone. Oh wait, I think I did that backwards. So this one is anemone. This one is jellyfish. So this one has a little more green to it, and this one has a deeper gold tone to it. All right, now for our blue mattes, we've got Bali, Blue Clam, Lagoon, and Pacific. So I'm going to do those mattes first, and then we'll do Bora Bora, Bay, and Marina right here. First, we've got Bali. This is what I've got on my lower lash line. Oh, that doesn't show up very pigmented. On the eye, it did show up pretty pigmented though. And then I've got Blue Clam and Lagoon. Those are some really good dark blue shades. It's hard to get those really pigmented sometimes. All right, then last we've got Pacific. So that's almost like a bluish, blackish, greenish shade. And Bora Bora. So pretty. The next shimmer one is Bay and Marina. So those are all of the shades in the Beaute Oceanic palette. I mean, have you ever seen anything more beautiful? This is so beautiful. I am so glad I own this palette. I think it's such a good variety of blues and greens as well. You really have everything in here. You've got lime green, you've got forest green, you've got green, you've got some turquoises, a lighter blue, some deeper blues, green blue, blue shimmers, and then you've got some of those olivey tones as well. This is such a good color story. I am so glad that I own it. We are going to get into this look now. So I think to get started, I definitely want to use this lime green like somewhere in the inner area here. I think I'm going to start with this one. This is Fiji for the transition area. And we're just going to play with this palette and see where it goes. It's so beautiful. I'm so excited. This is my first time using it. I have not used it yet. And I am just so excited. I'm using a ColourPop blending brush right now. These two palettes, so I've already got up the Flare palette review. This is an E2. I've already got up the Flare palette first look. These two palettes are so pigmented. I mean, look at that. That was one. For the crease, I'm going to take this Morphe M507 brush and let's do Seagrass in the crease. That's this shade right here. And we're just gonna deepen it up with this green. Oh my gosh, that's like the most pretty emerald green shade. I am just in love with these palettes. I am so glad that I picked them up. For real guys, if you like these colors and they come back in a Boxy pop-up or Boxy add-ons and you have a chance to pick them up, I highly recommend them. Okay, I'm going to leave that right there. Then for the outer V, what's my deepest shade in here? I think I'm going to take Pacific, which is this deep blue shade. And I think I'm going to go in with that same brush that I just used for Morphe. and deepen it up. Just deepen up that outer V a little bit. I'm not really going for a dark eye look right now. I'm going for a brighter green eye look. So I just want to give a little depth and dimension to that outer V. I really want to use Bali, so I'm going to put Bali on my lower lash line because I know that's where I want to put that shade. And I'm just using a little smudger brush for this. So pretty. Okay, for my shimmer shades, this is an Ulta eyeshadow brush, just like a flat little definer brush. Kind of want to keep the lid green, so I think I'm going to go in with Anemone on the middle part of the lid and then take my Mykonos, is it Mykonos? On the inner part of the lid, and then we'll go in and do a little bit of something with that lime green. So I'm going to start out with Anemone, which is like an olivey shimmer shade. All right, and then just kind of blending that turquoise shade, Mykonos, in with that olive green. Look how pretty those blended together and created that gradient there. Kind of toned down the turquoise a little bit to blend really well with that olive green color, but then brings a little bit of brightness back to that olive green shade. All right, then I'm going to take this little brush right here. This is a Shader Crease Brush E47 from Sigma. And I'm going to go back in with Pacific, which was that dark shade we used on the outer V, and just blend Anemone in with Pacific there. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to take the Sigma Smudge Brush. This is an E21 and that lime green shade. And I want this to be my inner corner shade. And then I'm bringing it up a little bit into the crease and transition area. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with this look. How pretty. For the waterline, I want to use Prance from ColourPop. This is going to match really good with that shade that's in there. Oh, I got a new Prance one because this is broke. I hope it's in here. So I'm going to line the waterline a couple times with this Prance shade to give it some really good pigment. I want that blue to really pop. And then I'm going to go back in with, I'm just going to take this Sigma smudger brush and go back in with that light blue shade Bali that's on the lower lash line and pop a little more on there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do some black tight line, a wing liner, and some mascara, and we'll be back to show you guys the final look. All right, I am back with mascara on and some liner. I'm so in love with this look. I used the Sephora Lip Stories on my lips today. So on the center, I put, what is this one? Love, Love. And then on the entire lip and over the center, I put a Landing in Shanghai. So that one's a little bit darker one. And then the Love, Love is a little bit lighter toned one that I have in there. And on my lashes, I have the Tarte Big Ego. You guys, do you see these lower lashes? My lower lashes have never looked so good as they do right now. Loving this mascara for those. So I am going to pop some lashes on today. I am going to put on my Burger lashes from Glamlight. This is what they look like. And then I will be back to show you the final look. All right, back with the final look. I did not realize how large these lashes are. Very large, but this is definitely a look that can pull off a large pair of lashes. So I think you guys already know how I feel about this palette. It is so gorgeous. And I love the blues and greens in here. They're so unique to other blues and greens that I have in other palettes. I just really love. I am just really excited about this palette and all the looks that I'm going to be able to create with it. It is so beautiful. Definitely recommend it if it's something that you've had your eye on. I know it's a little bit older of a palette, but it definitely has my heart. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.